Hey YouTubers, this is Tim at JL Miniatures. This is going to be part 4 of painting. As you can see, I took and did all the black and finished up the brown, just the base coats, so nothing really exciting. So I decided just to kind of keep going. This right here is a brown and that aged brick and a new paintbrush, so it'll be a little bit nicer for me. I took and did do a blue wash over the whole entire thing. It really smoothed it out nicely and just made it look a lot nicer. So that's what I'm gonna work on now, is just doing up some of the browns. This is more on the almost watered down side, so I'm not trying to really get into the details. I'm just trying to add some more browns to the mix. You can see up in there, you can see that red brick look. I'm going to take and knock some of that down just because it's a little too reddish. Bring it over here and keep it in the light best I can. Now I'm not going over the whole entire thing in brown. I'm just kind of hitting a few spots. I still want to have some of that reddish brown look to it when I'm finished. These are going to have a lot lighter browns up top. That's why I'm going to use this more of a tannish, mix in with brown. Oh, a nice kind of transition in between color here. And it will darken up just a tad bit when it dries, so keep that in mind. Sorry about this autofocus thing on my hand most of the time. I'm trying to keep this up to where it keeps the focus on the miniature itself, but sometimes it doesn't work that well. Like I said, I'm doing this with my phone, so I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. Now with this rope, I'm just going to go through and then just give it a highlight along the top edge here. I'm going to mix up some off-white and that tan color, and then just give it a few little quick brushes. I want it to where right where it snaps. I want it to be really on the brighter side. You can see how I'm just kind of dabbing it. I'm kind of taking some of that tannish away from it. Keep working here and keep putting some more tans on it. Working this leather a bit. Now I'm going to use some of that off white and some gray, or some black, make some gray, and then I'm going to use that for my chains. Now these I'm going to give them a rusted effect too on top of that, so I'm not too worried about it being too pristine. Same thing with this thing underneath the body. I'm just going to kind of hit it with some gray. This is a lot heavier on the brush and everything else, as you can see, so it's not like I'm dry brushing it. I'm actually painting gray on. You can see I got a couple little spots there on the leg itself. Just put down your paintbrush and just kind of wipe it off. Just, you want to be kind of moving on the fast side when you do that. You don't want it to stick. I will be doing a pattern of sorts of dots on the bodies, I've decided. I think that looks a lot better as far as that goes. It'll give it a little bit more dimension. I think I'm going to end up doing probably just blues, but I'm probably going to do dots and do them irregular sizes, so it'll create some interest. I'm going to go with a lighter gray here. I'm just going to kind of hit a couple more spots, especially right up on top here. You can see that it's quite wet. I'm going to switch over to the other side. Wipe some of that off. Hit a couple of the high spots. Hit a couple of the high spots over here. Work on the ball and chain. This has got a lot of really spiky bits and bobs there, so I'm just going to take and kind of dab my brush. Same thing with the inside. Dab my brush on the points. It's really hard to see with the lighting and everything else, but as I work on these other areas, it'll be easier to see. And then we're going to go from there. Again, I'm mixing up some darker grays. Hit along the shackle there. On the top of the shackle. I'll cover up some of that blue that didn't get covered up before. And then I'm going to swing the, sorry about that camera, I'm going to swing this right here is just some aged brick. I'm going to take and put in there, give it some different color variants. That'll give it a little bit nicer, a little bit different type look. Then I'm going to go through, I flattened out my brush a bit. Then I'm going to go through and pick out some high points right there. That's how that's looking. Quite happy the way it is right now, so I'm going to take and move to that dwarf head right there. I'm just going to basically push the paint in one direction and kind of just sweep it through there. There's a really hard place, it's a really hard place to get to. So basically what I'm going to do is just poke and push the paint in place. You'll see me just grab different colors of paint and stuff like that, and that's totally fine, especially with rocks. Rocks are never just a color, so having it be a sculpture of some sort, you can have it like a marbled effect, or you can paint it however you want. Now this is no means totally white that I'm putting on here. It just looks really bright, but I want it to kind of contrast here. So I'll probably end up doing maybe a wash to it or something like that. But that's a good start right there. I'm going to take and stop the video, and then I'll take and download it, and then we'll start working on the next one. Again, this is Tim at JL Miniatures. Thanks for watching.